Hi, welcome in. Welcome to Cardinal Rose Tarot. This is an attempt to go live. I've been really having a lot of connectivity issues live streaming, so this is actually going to be a little bit of an experiment to go live, to do a layout, just to see if there's connectivity success versus challenges like I've been having. So, I'm just going to hang out a little bit and wait for maybe some folks to show up. And I'm going to also try to stream the chat so that I can see the chat. Because that way I can know if the stream is even working well, because you can tell me in the chat. Normally I've been trying to avoid doing this because to help the bandwidth, but I need to be able to see whether the stream is even effective. So I am going to try this, and if it doesn't work, you can let me know in the chat that it's not working well. So far, so good. It seems like it's working okay. So I'm going to see how this goes, and I'm going to try to keep my eye on the chat so that you can let me know if the connection is actually not good, or if you can't hear me, or if it's really pixelated. So I'm probably going to be checking in a couple times as people join in to this live, or maybe nobody's going to join. I don't know. Hopefully come in. But I'll go ahead and just try to get started here. So I feel a little bit, while I'm waiting for people to get here to see about doing a layout for us, I feel like I've just been in YouTube school for the last several days. Hi, someone's here, it looks like. Got a couple people. Lucas, Rahim, hi. Melly, hi. Nice to see all of you. Welcome, and thank you for being here. If this is a very bad connection in any way, or really pixelated, or you're having trouble, please tell me in the chat so that I can end the live stream, because this is actually a little bit of an experiment to see if I have enough signal to start doing lives again. So, hi, thank you again, and thank you for being here. And I was just saying, I feel like I've been in YouTube school the last few days because there's been just complete chaos in the YouTube true crime community over a channel that I used to subscribe to and really appreciate their content, a channel called Hidden True Crime. And I've since sort of like decided I no longer want to support their channel and their work. And because part of the reason that's happened is because of some other really experienced true crime YouTubers that live stream, that have been in the YouTube community for like 8, 9, 10 years. I'm new to YouTube. I've only been on YouTube for a couple years. And I learned so much just in the last few days of watching this whole thing unfold about how to even do live streaming on YouTube, which is funny. So anyways, I guess I don't need to go too deeply into that, but it's been really an instruction for me in what are the kind of smart ways to... Is it glitchy? Okay, thank you. Oh man, you can't hear me? Shoot. Okay, thank you for telling me. If it gets really bad, I might go ahead and end the live, but if it's manageable, I'll keep going. So I'm going to try to do a quick layout here. My voice is lagging. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Since you all are here and helping me, do you have questions? Do you want to ask me questions? I'll go ahead and just answer questions. I was going to do a layout, just a collective message, but if you want to ask me questions, I'll go ahead and do that. just feel free to enter a question in the chat if you want me to read for your particular how old am I? I am 42. I'm 52. I was in a time lapse there for 10 years apparently. I'm 52. I just turned 52 this summer. Okay, it sounds like it's basically gonna be an okay connection. Does anyone have a card layout question they want me to ask? All right, well, I don't really see any particular card questions coming up in the chat. I did just start on YouTube, relatively new. I started a little over a year ago, this channel, and I've been following some true crime podcast channels more recently that I'm newer to that have been on YouTube for like 8, 9, and 10 years, and I'm learning a lot from them about live streaming, about etiquette, about different types of streaming services. Like, it's a whole world. It's a whole thing, and I'm just brand new to it because I live in a setting where I don't have a very good signal, so live streaming is really difficult for me, and I'm really trying to change that. So yeah, anyways, it looks like there might not be any card layout questions, so I'll just go ahead and do a collective reading here. Okay, bye, Lucas. Sorry that you have to leave. Thank you for being here. What I'm planning on doing is just more and more of these card layouts. And a lot of the card readings that I do, I also share just about takes on things, personal experiences. I'm also a licensed clinical social worker. So I often talk about topics around emotional healing and trauma and things like that from a talk therapy perspective, as well as an esoteric and card reader perspective. So that's kind of the perk of following my channel. So if you like this layout and you like my vibe, hopefully you'll like and subscribe and come back for more readings. And if this live stream continues to improve over time, I'll be doing a lot more lives. So for now, I'll just go ahead and get into it and get us a collective message. What are some collective messages that are going to be useful for this collective to find out or hear about or know about right now from tarot? What are going to be some helpful things for you to know? Right. So it looks like for folks in this collective who are going to resonate with this reading, oh, hi. Sorry, I'm learning how to do a reading plus attend to the chat. So this is going to be a little bit disjointed because I'm learning that. So I see you have a question about, does my crush like me? I already started this layout, so let me do this, Krish, and then Krish Allens, I'm not sure how you want me to say your name, and then I'll ask that question. So remind me after I'm done with this. Remind me, and I'll go into it, into your question after that. So for this collective message, it looking like someone feels like they're having to stand their ground and defend themselves against something. You may be feeling like you're needing to protect your material resources from someone or something, a group that is trying to trap you or catch you up in something. You may feel like you're having to defend yourself, fend off people that either want your work or are attracted to your work, or want your money and are trying to take your money and your anything material that you may have that they want. You're in a position right now of feeling like you need to defend yourself from that happening. You're not very interested in people making gestures towards you that are small or that don't seem sincere, or you're wondering about the state of an offer or a gesture. You're feeling worried about this in particular. At the heart of things is that you're kind of feeling like you don't have the right people around you. You may be feeling like you're wanting to work with a community that supports you and cares and sees the world the way that you see, wants to do work in the way that you want to work. What you're finding is that you're having trouble finding that, or you're encountering people and they'll make some kind of a friendship gesture or a let's work together gesture, and you start realizing, yeah, but it doesn't quite line up. It's not quite what I'm looking for. There's something to that you keep seeking and feeling like you're not finding your right group or your right collaborative effort here. And in fact, you're even wondering if the people around you right now are slowing you down and keeping you trapped or even stealing from you. In the facts position is a sense of like, when am I ever going to find this? When am I ever going to find my home? My sense of home and safety and belonging and love of a community that truly supports me. It feels like it's eluding you. And in fact, what's interesting is that we have 444 here. So that's a pretty powerful message from the higher realms or God or whatever you want to call it, that you're not alone, okay? There's things behind the scenes that are bigger than you or that are happening around you that you may not be aware of. And it's sort of like it's saying, don't be discouraged. You feel trapped, you feel frustrated, you're feeling like you have to protect yourself and defend yourself. You feel like you're surrounded by the wrong people. Spirit is sort of witnessing you and saying it's okay. They see what's happening. And some of this is, there's divine, like higher fate in play here, for example, right? And that there are opportunities coming for you. With this Ace of Wands in the strengths and what you're conscious of, you're just watching. You're ready for this new opportunity to move into a world where you feel more supported and more part of a community that truly feels like it's a good fit for you. You may have been on a solo journey for a while. You might have been going through a dark night of the soul, because sometimes going through a dark night of the soul has you feeling like that, like nobody understands, or you can't find a safe place to be. You feel unsettled and sorrowful and uneasy and such. That's kind of some classic dark night of the soul type experience. And where things are headed is competition. So I'm curious about like competitive conflict energy, like where you feel like you're still having to fight your way through something possibly. Or it could be the end of conflict actually, because it's here in the reverse. What's the Four of Wands and where things are headed for this person in the collective that feels caught up and stuck and trapped in a community of people that don't support them? So where things are headed is the end of competitiveness, the end of sorrow, friendship that is aligned for you, and possibly even romantic love, but certainly friendship. There may be love as well, though. And stillness. There's going to be some stillness here. This is wild. Let me look at this here for a second. Because now we have 7-7. We also have 6-7-8. So there's a lot happening here for whoever this reading is for. There's a lot going on. In the near future, there's going to be an end of sorrow and a connection with people or someone who helps you feel loved and cared for and seen. There's also a period of stillness and devil energy around you with some theft potentially involved. So you may end up having more than one person approach you, and you're being told here with this devil card in the upright that it's okay to be a little bit, you don't need to be so buttoned up all the time. It's okay to have fun and cut loose and be a little bit devilish, but it's also a little bit of like a warning that there might also be still some players involved that don't want what's best for you. So actually, let me pull from a different deck here. Yeah, I'm going to answer questions, but no one had any, so I got into a layout, and then now there's a bunch of questions, and I'm in the middle of a layout. So I don't need to make this layout go on too much longer, but I'm going to finish it because I started it. So let's see here. What is this Five of Wands in the reverse here, in the, where the energy is headed? There's somebody working against you. For whoever this reading is for, you have a divine masculine, and that's who's being reflected here in this Two of Cups, that is in your near future, okay? The competition is over relative maybe to this divine masculine, okay? This masculine is going to present themselves in a friendly, connected, and positive way. They may be manifesting you, or they may want to do, join you. They may also be an esoteric practitioner or spiritual or something. But what's happening with this Devil card too, and this Thief energy next to the Devil card, is that there's also a dark practitioner that is trying to prevent this from happening or steal your security from you. And this is reflecting that group that we talked about in the beginning, or the relationships around you that feel like they're blocking you, that are not, that are trapping you in something, that are slowing you down, that are making you feel like you can't bring all of these stressors to a completion. The reason that's happening is because there's a devil, like dark priest energy that's trying to block this from happening for you. They don't want you to have unexpected money. They don't want you to have a committed partnership with this divine masculine, but it's here in the upright, so they haven't prevented it. They don't want this joy or unexpected money for you. They don't want you to have positive surprises. They want you to keep feeling trapped and blocked and impoverished and like you have to defend yourself. It's somebody that doesn't want for you to have a success. It's a hater, basically, or somebody that's working against you. Why are they doing this? Why is this person working against you? Why is this dark practitioner working against you and trying to block you? Why have they decided that they want this to stop, or that they don't want this to happen? They're trying to hurt your opportunities for this. They're trying to make you feel blocked and trapped and like you're never going to get anything that you want. It's like they're trying to sabotage you. Why? Why are they trying to sabotage you? Yeah, because they're a dark community, for one. This is right back to the very beginning of the reading, of you feeling like, where is my true home? Where is my true community? For some reason, they don't want you to have that. Maybe because they have envy towards you. Why don't they want you to have it? Maybe because they don't have it. They may feel thoughts in the reverse. They don't want you to be seen as a healer because you are a healer. They don't want people to think of you that way. They want you to be caught up and trapped. That's answering that, but why is that? Why? You're an earth angel, and this divine masculine is in your future. So that's very important for you to know. This dark priest is not blocking that. They're working very hard to block it, and they're succeeding to some extent. maybe through the use of ritual, but I'm not sure. They're definitely, they don't want people to think well of you. I don't know why that is. Flying monkeys in the reverse. They might be losing support for this. They may have had people on their side at one point that now are, can I ask that again, please? Spirit, why is this person attacking you? Why are they trying to stop you? Why is this occurring? I keep wanting their motive, like what happened that has got this person. I don't know why, I guess just because I'm curious. Maybe it doesn't need to be, maybe that's not important, and that's why it's not answering the question. Why is this person doing this? Why were they upset, or why are they trying to block you? Because they don't like your power, because they feel threatened by your power. You hold the power in the situation. They're trying to get you to not have any powers. So they may find your power threatening for some reason. This priest in the reverse, as an earth angel, they feel that that's threatening. They may be someone who's sort of a dark presence in the world, and they don't like the way that you have an inner light or an inner earth angel type glow, right? Why are they doing this? It's not answering this with this question. This card says sacred smoke. So it's saying it's not as important why they're doing it as much as you need to cleanse your energy and keep cleansing your space, your energy, your home, by using smoke or by using other things to cleanse your energy, like a salt bath, like a smoke smudge, right? Whatever. And in fact, that reminds me, I'll get this going right now because I have a smudge here. Oops. Let's get this burning here and we'll bring a little bit of smoke in. And I'm pretty much done with this layout now, so I'll go ahead and answer questions for you too. All right. What's a final message for this person that's been about this reading? For what do you need to do? What's some good advice for you? What's some good advice for you to deal with this person attacking you? Cleanse your energy. That was number one. What are some final messages that you need to know about this situation? And then I'll answer your questions. Why? And what do you need to know? Sorry, not why. What are some final messages? I don't know if you can see this, but this is devil energy here in duplicate now. This priest in the reverse is basically like an agent of the devil. Okay, and when I say that, you can make it literal, like the literal biblical devil, or you can make it more like shadow. This person's shadow is just running amok. They don't, whatever their reasons are, it's because they have an out of control shadow. They're a hater. They're jealous of you. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to have love. They don't want you to have security. It's because they hate you, okay? And they're in this devilish energy and they don't understand, like, if I hate someone this much, that's a problem that I need to deal with personally and go within and heal. Instead, they're just attacking you. So you need to know that and don't be in denial about it. That's the first thing. This devil is present. You may have to be a little bit devilish yourself to get this devil off your back that's trying to, prevent your growth. What else do you need to do? Experience. I'm going to read from the book for this because I don't remember what this card means in the upright. It's from Hellraiser, the movie Hellraiser. I picked these horror oracles. I use these all the time, but they're especially nice for this time of year, right? So, advice. Reading from the book since I'm still learning this deck. As long as you're not hurting anyone, let it rip. So you just go about your business. That's this devil card. If you get a little devilish yourself in order to put this dark priest off your back, so be it. You don't want to hurt anybody innocent, but somebody that's attacking you, it's okay to fight back, right? Let it rip. That's the first thing. And then the second one is experience in the upright. Advice for you. Is it really worth it? So there might be also a point where it's beneficial to let go of worries about this devil and enjoy these new relationships as they come in. Because sometimes somebody that's attacking you like this, they bank on the fact that it's scaring you, and they use that to their advantage to, you know, because if you're operating in fear, they're winning, basically, right? So they may be doing things to scare you, and this is saying, as much as you can, cut cords with that and don't be afraid, because you have no reason to fear. All of these good things are coming for you. So that'll do it for this layout. And then I know that a couple of folks had questions, so let me just get this cleaned up here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning into this live. I'm so thrilled that it seems to be working at least better than it had been. I was to the point where I couldn't do any live streaming at all. So this is an improvement for sure. Just clean this up quickly. And someone in there had a question about whether Hayden had a crush on them, I think. Bye, Melly. Sorry. Oh, hi, Melly. Hey. Oh, good. So you're gonna, I'll do your answer right now, or your question right now. I'm glad you're still here. All right. And as you can probably tell now, what I was talking about at the beginning, that this is, I'm pretty amateur when it comes to lives. So I'm still learning how to watch the chat plus do my reading. So question about whether Hayden is seeing you or feeling attracted towards you, right? Yeah. I'm going to start with a new deck, actually. I'm not going to use this deck. I'm going to do a quick relationship spread for you. Yeah, does Hayden like me? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick relationship about what's the energy between you and Hayden right now. What's the energy between you and Hayden right now? What's the energy between Hayden and between Krishalans, or however that's pronounced? My apologies if I'm not saying it right. What's the energy right now between you and Hayden? Please and thank you, Spirit. Energy between you and Hayden, and what are Hayden's feelings towards you? Okay. I'm not going to really answer about, I used to have a husband. That's what I'll say about whether I have a husband. So for Hayden and Hayden's feelings towards you, yeah, they like you a lot. Okay. There's over here, you seem to feel enthusiastic and encouraged, and you can see yourself with them, like as a pair. You could see them as being in a relationship together. This is column over here represents you, and this over here is Hayden. They are very attracted to you. They're a little worried because they want to take it slow in their heart. They don't want to be rushing this and then ruining it, if that makes any sense. Because you know how if you are getting together with someone and maybe you sleep with them too quickly, or things move so fast that it then kind of blows it up when it could have been something, except you move too fast. That's kind of what I'm picking up on their end of things, is that they're worried about moving too fast. What's going on is that they feel super passionately about you, okay, but they don't want to take advantage of that or move too quickly or ruin it by having things get physical too soon. That's what's coming here through here. They're trying to be strong because they're very attracted to you, and they're also see that you could be really happy together. The Ten of Cups at the center of this reading shows that you both really feel strongly for the other here. There's a lot of passion, and passion might run away with both of you in the future. And so what's in the unseen is that it's going to benefit you both to be strong, okay? And it doesn't mean like be strong and reject each other, but just their thinking is accurate, and that they're worried that there's so much passion and attraction that they want to take it slow. They want to move slowly in their heart. That's what they feel is the right thing to do. Where the energy is headed, though, is not moving slow. It's moving very fast. But because it's in the reverse, it's like they're wanting to try to slow it down, and you may want to try to slow it down too. I don't know if that sounds right to you, but that's what I'm picking up here in this reading so far, is that. Where's the energy headed with that, with this Knight of Wands? There's a high motivation. Neither of you want to ruin it because you both feel pretty attracted to each other, but there's a lot of speed energy present with the Chariot, with the Knight of Wands, and with this Devil card. It's almost like you would love to move fast because you are very attracted as well. This Hayden is so attracted that they're a little worried about that, and they're like, maybe we should slow it down because they're worried that it's going to be too good to be true, maybe, or I'm gonna get clarity on that. What's the Knight of Wands here in the reverse? What's the Knight of Wands? Yeah, they are worried that someone's gonna get hurt if things move too quickly. They're worried that the feminine in the equation, the person in feminine energy, and it doesn't matter gender, right? This can be either one of you. It doesn't matter how either one of you is showing up. But with this Empress card, they might be worried about hurting you, or you might be worried about hurting them. Either way, they may also be worried about a pregnancy, that if you get together too soon and have sex too soon, there's going to be a pregnancy before either one of you is ready to have a baby together, right? There's that kind of anxiety too. It's very catalytic, though. You have a lot of really catalytic energy between you. And this Hayden is worried that by moving too fast, one of you is going to get hurt. That's what the concern is. Or pregnant, okay? So I'm going to pull an advice card, a couple advice cards for you. What's some good advice for you now that this has come out? What's some good advice for you? We can't ask for it. We're not asking for advice for Hayden because Hayden's not here. So we're asking, what's some good advice for you in terms of dealing with this relationship? So we have the Four of Pentacles on the split, which means two things. It means be careful, but don't be so blocked off that you don't allow the relationship to move forward, right? So it's like kind of saying, try to walk the middle path here. It's okay to be excited and indulge your passion to some extent, but you don't want to lose your head, but you also don't want to be too protected, right? You just want to try to let it in, enjoy the ride. It's okay to slow it down, right? What else? Watch and wait, yeah. Just communicate with one another clearly. Be clear in your messaging to each other. Be clear in your communication. Watch and learn about each other a little bit and watch your dynamic maybe before you launch right into having a regular sex life if you decide to get together. You might want to take that part of the relationship a little bit slower. Gosh, the Four of Cups again in the reverse, but you don't want to overthink it. It's guiding you to go very step by step in this connection. You don't lose your head is what it's saying. Don't block off your heart, but don't lose your head. You just got to make sure that all of your elements, fire, water, earth, air, are more or less in harmony, right? Like making sure you're grounded, making sure you're staying connected to your reason. You don't want to be so passionately attracted to someone that you go on this marathon lovemaking session for 3 weeks and then find out they're married, right? It's that kind of stuff. It's just saying go slow, ask each other questions as you go, and enjoy each other too. But it's just saying you got to realize what you have here, which is a lot of passionate attraction. There's a lot of really great potential, both for things to be really catalyzing and exciting, but also for someone to get hurt if it's going too fast, okay? So I hope that answers that for you. And if there aren't any other questions, I might go ahead and, yeah, that was about whether does Crush Hayden like me. That layout was for that question. So, I can't see because this little heart emoticon is in the way here of what that question is. Oh, if your ex still likes you. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that'll kind of do it for tonight for this live stream. A big part of my goal was to just see if I could even stream, and it's seeming like I'm back in business with streaming. So if you like this message and you like my work, please like and subscribe and come back for more. My next step is going to be figuring out when might be a good day or days to go live consistently. I'm going to have to kind of watch my signal and see if I can't find 1 or 2 days a week that I'm more or less going to have a decent signal to go live every time, because I'd like it to be kind of predictable. I don't want it to just be random and whenever, wherever. So thank you so much for tuning in to this reading, for being in my chat. Everybody that was in here, thank you. I'm really grateful that you're here. And I look forward to doing more lives for you in the future. And with that, I'll go ahead and close this out. So be good out there. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one.